our children continue to face danger in schools, and Kenyans are still not spared. The recklessness of parliamentary leadership remains painful to Kenya. The function of disaster response is treated as an afterthought by this administration, who carelessly moved to the incompetent Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, who cannot be reached while he is attending to his late-night social calendars. We are adequately aware that the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, was informed of the fire tragedy at 2 a.m. last night, but he could not marshal government machinery and drive a distance of 1.5 hours. The Cabinet Secretary is too big that he could not even drive. He chose to only fly and was waiting for the weather to clear up this morning. A Cabinet Secretary who is an epitome of failure, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, must take personal responsibility in the loss of lives of the children who have lost their lives. If the same effort and energy used to recruit, deploy, and maintain political goons by Kipchumba Murkomen and Raymond Omoro was applied, disaster management bill would have been applied, mitigation measures would have been implemented, and lives would have been saved. Moving into the future, we must put Kenya in a much better space in terms of disaster preparedness, disaster management, and mitigation. The question that we ask is, where is the National Disaster Response Committee, including all the key stakeholders, that was appointed in the year 2023 and put under the office of the Deputy President? Why was this key function moved to the Cabinet Secretary for Interior as a person and not an office? What interests are there by the President in moving functions to an individual rather than state departments? What was so hard for the Cabinet Secretary of Education to move to Nakuru as compared to going to Safari Park Hotel when our girls have died in numbers? Where is empathy? Kenya deserves better. How safe are our schools? If Utumishi Academy could lose 16 girls, yet we have security agencies at a stone throw, how safe are our kids in the other parts of the country? Since the fire tragedy in Endarasha in 2024, we have never been told how 21 babies died. What country is this that we are living in? We call for the immediate censure of the Cabinet Secretary for Education and the resignation of the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, for the deaths of our children at Utumishi Academy.